Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. So today is one of those days where it's been a day, you guys. It's been a day. I came home from work. Christopher put me immediately into the bubble bath, and I really am just feeling kind of woobly and don't want to actually scrapbook, but I do want to do something in my room. So as you guys know, I've been on a journey to go through my scrapbooking stuff and clean out things and organize and get everything finished so I can finally do a scrapbook room tour. I've only got a handful of things left, and one of those things are embossing folders. Now, I'm just going to go through the embossing folders with you guys live because let's face it, embossing folders are not something that I use a whole heck of a lot. It's just not, right? There was a time where I went through a period of time where there were all kinds of embossing folder fun things that happened, right? And I don't even know if this is the actual thing that I want to use to store the embossing folders. As my daughter has told me, I do hoard, I don't even know if you guys can hear me, I do hoard storage. So I think what my plan is going to be is to use this more permanent plastic bin than a cardboard photo box, right? So we're going to put the photo box over there and we're going to go through the embossing folders. And maybe I'll figure out how I actually want to store them. So I did go through a point in time where I put them in plastic envelopes and I embossed a sheet of cardstock and put it there so I could actually see what was going on. Is that the way I want to continue this? Maybe. I'm not exactly sure, and I don't think I'm going to come up with the solution on this video. What I think I will do for this video, look, and these are the cheap ones. Like I bought these cheap bad boys off of Amazon before I actually put out the money to spend on the Altenew ones, which I absolutely love. But you can tell the cheap ones rip. But I do really like this to actually see the embossing and then have the embossing folder in the envelope. So maybe what I'll do is just figure out what I have and kind of organize it a little bit. And then off camera, I'll fix these and put them in the right envelopes because I have a bunch of them. But we'll just do the organizing together. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so I also have these Spellbinders embossing pads. Now these are great because these are things that you can take to use any kind of die, and you put it through your die cut machine with your die and it just embosses instead of cutting. So these are super awesome things. All right, so let's figure this out. I feel like I'm probably going to sort them like this because I can fit two of them side by side this way, right? So I'm probably, is this too big? That's the question. And then I'm like, I've got so much room, I might as well buy more embossing folders. Like, is that the direction I want to go? That is the question, isn't it, you guys? Or am I going to pare down my embossing folders and kind of fit them in a newer space? I'm gonna pause my videography, look at me talking all fancy, my camera for a second and see if I have something a little bit smaller. Because you guys, this is a lot of embossing and I don't want that many embossing folders. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got this container. This is a no jig from IKEA. It is a smaller container, obviously. It fits in like that. And my plan is to have just enough embossing folders to fill this. So we might have to cut some down, you guys. Like that might be a thing. That might be a thing. All right, so this one is a Disney embossing folder. It is the Cinderella carriage, and this is Cinderella. So these are actually going to go to my Disney section. I don't know if you guys, I don't know which order I'm putting these videos up. So all of my Disney stuff is going on a Disney cart, so I'm going to keep that separate. But yeah, so what I think I'm going to do first is kind of organize them into things. And who still has their Sizzix Simple Impressions embossing folders, right? Because oh my word, I'm wondering if I should put the Christmas ones in Christmas, since that is what I am doing. So this is Holiday Bells, a poinsettia, an ornament, holly and berries, and a candy cane. And then I just have this leaf. I think that might be my only one. And fun fact, I have all of these Sizzix Sidekick folders, right, to put the thin stuff in. And I have not gotten rid of them, and I've held on to them forever and ever. So I don't think I'm going to get rid of them, even though my Sidekick, I got rid of my original red Sidekick like a ding dong, and now I have the new black Tim Holtz Sidekick that I absolutely love. So I'm just going to put all of these off to the side because I will figure that out in a second. All right, but what I'm going to do is kind of divide these up into the things, right? Like maybe by size at first. That's maybe by size at first, I think. Because these are kind of like my embossing folders are all over the place, you guys. Like, what is up with this? Why are they such different sizes? Why is everything like that's a different size? Why is everything such a different size? And what is going on with this one? So if I pop open this bad boy, it actually has cutting dies in it too. And like these are those deep ones. Why is everybody's embossing folder a different size? That is the question I have. Those are pretty close, so I'm going to leave them together. But like, why are they all different, you guys? This is kind of stressful for me. All right, the ones that already are in their little envelopes, I'm going to put in there for a second. I've got these monster ones that are from Spellbinders. This looks like the Circles Upon Circles stencil. And then what do we got over here? So again, just trying to get them kind of in similar sizes and similar things. So this is like a Heidi Swap one that is a star and a heart. And these are obviously smaller ones. All right, I guess now is the time to bring these bad boys out. Is it really going to matter? The problem is will these things fit in there? They will fit in there. So these sizes will all fit in here. That one might poke out a little bit, but my question is these monster Mamba Jambas are not going to be able to fit into here, right? Like they're just not. That's just the way it is. So the question is, how do I sort these bad boys, right? Like, how do I decide how to sort them? Like, do I just decide them by like shape, that these are, that there's a Disney one, so that's going to go in the Disney, right? Like, I know for a fact that the Disney ones are going to hang out in Disney. But do I do them by shape? Do I do them by alphabetical order? Do I just do them by design? Like what? Here's one that I ended up not embossing. I put this color thing in front of it. And I really don't know why I kept this. Right? Like, I want them all to be very similar, and these are all very cheap because they're breaking. And that's kind of a bigger one, right? So these are both swirly whirlies. Here we go, swirly whirlies. So swirly whirlies. We got some swirly whirlies. So So I'm gonna put them like this. These are all just kind of decorative, right? Like there's no, I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason to how they go. I don't know. This one's kind of a swirly whirly, so we'll put that one with the swirly whirlies. But I don't know really how to organize these things other than to put them in pockets like this and be able to flip through them. Because like I said, I just don't know, you guys. Like here's this plaid one. These are those deep impression ones. I don't know what to call them, but they are the deep impression ones. I've got hearts, a wood grain, and this kind of lacy kind of pattern. So those can go there. Like, I just don't know. I've got these Brutus Monroe decorative ones. Make sure they are all different because I do have a habit of purchasing the same thing multiple times. So these are all different ones. So we can put those there. These Doris ones are different. This is a space one. This is kind of a striped one. This is a flower one, which I don't think actually is Doris, but these bottles are Doris. But they're similar sizes, so we're going to put those there. The same thing with this. This is a Hallmark Cards. I've got a Tailored Expressions sprinkled one, and then I have this star one. So we'll put those there. Oh, look. And I have another star one. Is this the same exact star one? This is the same exact star one. So I have two things, you guys. I can either put this with the Disney, or get rid of one of them. And I think I'm gonna put one with Disney and one there. And you might think, oh my God, Sandy, you're so excessive. And I might be, but that's okay. And then I have this one. And then we're getting into the bigger Mamba Jambas here. So we've got Gemini, Close to My Heart. I have no idea what the sweatery looking one is. This is another Close to My Heart. Yeah, I have no idea, you guys. But this is another Doris. And they're just a little bit off of size, okay? Then we've got these guys, which are like embossing diffusers kind of things. And I've never used them, obviously. They're still in their original packaging. So those can go in there. Obviously, all of these will need to be redone into packaging. I've got the embossing pads that we talked about earlier, so they will probably go here on the side. Then I have these 3 Spellbinder Big Mamba Jambas that I'm pretty sure I got on clearance for Hobby Lobby. They'll go in the back. And then I've got a couple of these. So I've got this Cuttlebug one. It's a chevron. It is a long embossing folder. And then I've got this Doris kind of ribbon rickrack embossing folder, and it's a small one. And then I've got this Holly Berry Tim Holtz Sizzix. So this is an embossing and die cutting, which will go into Christmas. And then I have this Sizzix, what is this called? A label one that I also have a die for. So my embossing folders, I think are gonna live in this bad boy, maybe. Or maybe will they fit that way? Ooh, should we fit them this way, you guys? So they'll go that way, and then I can put, no, because this is still, this one's still an issue, okay? That one's still an issue. Even if we put, oh, what if we put them all this way? The question is, do I want to keep this one, right? Like, do I want to keep this one? Or is this gonna be one of those one-off things that I just keep kind of separate like that? You know what? I think I am going to keep them in this kind of direction like this. I like this a lot better. It's a more compact, And this can still kind of live here, and it'll still fit on one of my calyx shelves. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I just got to figure out if I want to do them like this or just put them all in, just leave them like this, right? Like just leave them in their plastic. So let me know in the comments down below what you would do. Would you leave them in their plastic, or would you emboss something and put them all on like this and have them in envelopes? Let me know, because I really am torn of what I should do with this. But for certain, this is going to go in the Christmas stash, and these are going to go in the Disney stash. So that is where I'm going to leave you guys on this video. Please let me know your thoughts and comments down below, because I'm just not sure, right? Like, maybe I'll put this with the long dies that I have, because I have the dies in a separate place in long dies, and just leave this one as embossing folders, or do, you know, I'm just not sure, right? Like, I'm just not sure. I need some input from the people. So I am going to call this video done. You got, oh, I still have these. And these guys, whoop, look. So these guys, this is the only one that is not Christmas that I have, is the Simple Impressions. But all of these right here are Christmas. So I think I'm going to put this with the Christmas. We can obviously put these little guys right there, because I'm not going to get rid of them, because I feel like if I do, I'm going to regret it. And we can put that there. But let me know, right? Like, do I keep them as plastic like this, or do I put them in, I know I've asked this question probably 3 times, but I'm seriously perplexed. Okay, this is going with Christmas, this is going with Disney, this is going to be finished until we get some feedback on this, because I'm not really sure if it even, this is going to sound terrible, but I don't know if it matters. Does that sound terrible? I think that sounds terrible. It does. Yeah, sorry guys, it sounds terrible. Give me some feedback. Let me know. Disney Christmas feedback. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to call this video done. It is actually Lana's last night at home. She is flying back to college tomorrow, so we're going to go hang out some more. I'm going to let this video process and then get it uploaded onto my channel. And that's what I have got to say all about those things. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.